Welcome everybody to the show, another good episode of I Want to Believe. I'm your host, Socrates O'Brien. Today we're going to be interviewing an extremely intriguing guest, as always, but this guy is especially intriguing. He and I go way back, and he's a good student of Gorgias and a very controversial philosopher. And I know my viewers, and I know they love controversy. So let's welcome my good pal, Callicles. Pleasure as always, Socrates. Pleasure to have you on the show, Callicles. Sit down, make yourself comfortable, drink some coffee if you like. Appreciate it.
Pleasure as always, Socrates. This is the hottest podcast in Athens right now, and I'm keen to be a part of it.
Well, we do our best here at the studio. You know, it never used to be like this, though, in the early days.
You've come a long way, I'm sure.
We used to have to serve instant coffee to all our guests because we didn't have enough money to be able to afford to buy the real stuff.
Could anyone tell?
Whether they could tell or not, nobody would say anything, but they'd probably be telling everybody about it later on, though.
I was on this talk show earlier today, and I can't even get this bitter taste out of my mouth. Don't worry, I'm an instant guy myself.
Callicles, you and I go way back, okay? I would never do that to you. If anything, I'd give you a mug full of dirty water.
You're a funny guy, Socrates, a very funny guy.
There's a lot of controversy surrounding you in the present time. I want to talk a little bit about the tabloids.
Oh boy, I had a feeling.
I mean, you read a lot of stuff in the newspaper, you hear people talking, but I want the real story.
Well, Socrates, sometimes life happens and you have to spend a few nights in the slammer. Some people might refer to me as a smooth talker, though. So I was able to negotiate my way out of the jail using the art of persuasion.
I think the viewers and I can all agree that you have the gift of the gab, my good old friend. Is it true that you stole a horse from an old man and rode it through the marketplace in Athens?
You know what, Socrates? It's such a great pleasure to be on this podcast and set the record straight for all the gossipers out there. You see, people just don't understand the pleasure it brings me to steal things. It's always been a childhood fantasy of mine to ride a horse through the marketplace, so I really had a great time in the end.
Well, surely this is not how you justify your actions. What about the stress you must have caused that old man? Or the stress you put the people in the marketplace through? I mean, riding a horse through a crowded area? That's just downright hazardous.
It certainly is, but all that pales in comparison to how much pleasure it brought me. Like I said, really, I had a great time. To not have done it would have been shameful, seeing as it brought me so much joy. My responsibility to myself to treat myself to every pleasure within my power. That's how I live my life.
But Callicles, this is problematic. Now, you're a well-respected student of Gorgias, right? And many people look up to you. But if you've made up your mind to indulge in pleasures that are to the detriment of others, less reputable than you, isn't this similar to tyranny?
When you put it that way, yes. That's absolutely what I am saying. As a matter of fact, the strong should always take advantage of the weak for their own personal gain and pleasure. This is the way of nature, and as you know, I'm all about what is natural.
A lot of the viewers may be surprised by your last statement, Callicles, but you and I go way back, and I'm familiar with your borderline contemptuous rejection of virtue. And it's fine, I suppose, to be a hedonist like you are, Callicles.
The thing is, people think I'm a bad guy because my sole purpose in life is to constantly be indulging myself on any and every pleasure, and to grow my appetite for pleasure regardless of how much pain it causes others. Is that really so bad, man?
Well, as a matter of fact, it's the worst thing I've ever heard. Don't you think it's shameful to be constantly indulging yourself in meaningful pleasures all the time and having no temperance whatsoever? Your soul must resemble a soiled rag by this point, my good old friend.
Well, Socrates, since pleasure and good are identical, and bad and pain are identical, It is you who should be ashamed of yourself for ignoring the good and keeping your appetite under control. The fact is that I'm a better man than most people. I know because I produce the most pleasure.
Look, you certainly are a smooth talker, okay? I'll give you that. But really, you should be ashamed of yourself.
You see, Socrates, this is why you and I are such good pals. We're not afraid to get in the spirit of a good debate in the name of philosophy. You should be ashamed of yourself, Socrates. My coffee keeps leaking. Can I get a refill, please?
Oh, sorry about that. Can we get Callicles a refill of coffee? Plato. Now, Callicles, before I forget, and we are running out of time, you've written a book entitled Morals Are for the Weak. Can you tell us a little bit about this?
It's a rich, thoughtful book that will make you sit at the edge of your seat until you fall off your chair. I guarantee it's the greatest book you'll ever read, period. This book will change your life.
Well, I don't know about all that, but it is a page-turner, I'll give you that much. Be sure to pick up your own copy at the Athens marketplace. So, Callicles, once again, pleasure to have you on the show. Thanks a lot for coming out, and I wish you luck with all your stuff, and I wish you luck with the sales of your new book. And all the best to you. Hope to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me out. Thanks for having me out. Appreciate it.
So there you have it, folks. Another intriguing episode of I Want to Believe. Join us next week when we interview a talking dog. I'm Socrates O'Brien. You stay classy, people of Athens. That's pretty good, right?
Good one. Yeah, I like it.